As of right now, we know that House of the Dragon will get at least 4 seasons and will have at least 1 season of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, which was reinforced by HBO CEO Casey Bloys. So let's talk updates on Game of Thrones prequels. Casey Bloys, the man that recently was outed for hiring trolls to heckle people online that said negative things about HBO shows, was interviewed and gave the news I think that we mostly expected. Besides 𝑑𝐷𝐴 and House of the Dragon, there's no really other Game of Thrones spin-offs that are greenlit as of right now. So in an interview, he said this.
We always have Game of Thrones scripts in development. We greenlit 𝑑𝐷𝐴 in the spring. I wouldn't say there's anything else in that world that is close to a green light or anything, but we are always working on different scripts and ideas.
This has been his stance for a few years now. After they dragged their feet about doing something with the IP after the final season of Game of Thrones, HBO had some leadership change up from their parent company that had the new people basically saying, "Hi, Game of Thrones is a valuable revenue source that needs to be exploited, and you're going to start exploiting it." Which is how we got the cancelled Long Night and now House of the Dragon, and coming soon, 𝑑𝐷𝐴. Despite the push for more Game of Thrones IP, Bloys has been careful with what he greenlights. While George R. R. Martin has a multi-million-dollar deal with HBO and does control the Game of Thrones franchise, they're not letting him go crazy, and George would absolutely go crazy if he had any say in this. We'd have like 3 Game of Thrones spin-off shows a year. So despite Kit Harington coming to George R. R. Martin's house to write for the spin-off Snow, it isn't a definite as of right now. This is also despite Emilia Clarke saying it was happening. That doesn't mean that the Jon Snow sequel isn't going to happen. That doesn't mean we won't get other Game of Thrones spin-offs, but as of right now, I think 𝑑𝐷𝐴 or A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms and House of the Dragon are 2 really strong shows to have. Now, on A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, if you want some good news, they will likely begin filming spring 2024, and it's almost guaranteed to adapt all 3 of George's 𝑑𝐷𝐴 novellas. As long as something crazy doesn't happen like the show getting horrible ratings, they're gonna do all 3 at the very least. With as rabid as the Song of Ice and Fire Game of Thrones fans are, I highly doubt ratings are going to be an issue though.